Up next on PWA Rush, Outlaw Tony James and Kevin Cruit compete to decide the #1 contender for the PWA Heavyweight Championship. Plus, Rowdy Randy Forrest is in action, and we get the long-awaited return of a PWA fan favorite, all next on Rush. This has been a bona fide struggle. Oh, ducks the clothesline. Once again. Oh, big cross body. Oh, but had Randy been able to maintain contact there, he might have picked up the victory. Instead, he's favoring his knee. He might have landed awkwardly and just temporarily dislocated the patella. Blade struggling to get his win back. Just bowled his opponent with all he could into the turnbuckle. Oh, again, but Blade misses the charge, and look at the strength. Look at the strength of Rowdy Randy Forrest. Got Blade off of his feet with ease and just planted him.
Come on, Randy.
But he's got to be a little bit more. He's got to be a little bit faster, a little bit more quick about. About putting the finishing touches on this huge flying clothesline from off the top. Hits the splash, and that's all she wrote. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Rowdy Randy Forrest. Great match by both of these men, but Randy Forrest coming up with the victory. Nothing for Bryan Blade to be ashamed of. Fought tooth and nail for well over 10 minutes here. And here's Benson in to check on Bryan Blade. Josh Benson demonstrated a lot of character to me, and hopefully to some others, with the way that he responded to recent events between him and Bryan Blade. And now he's the one there to help support. There you go. You heard it. You heard it from Benson, raising the hand. Blade certainly disappointed with coming up on the losing end of this match, but put in one heck of a night's work. Oh, not again! Not again! What is wrong with this man? This is sickening. Why isn't somebody coming out to put a stop to this? He's completely snapped. We thought Bryan Blade had put this part of his life past him. But he's once again left Josh Benson laying in the middle of the ring for no reason whatsoever.
Who he thinks he is. I am so sick and tired of this. People hanging around. Let me tell you something. I don't need him
I don't need you. I don't need anybody. I am a living legend, Bryan Blade. And you know what? I don't need this either. Get out of my way.
Rocket Benson, you were in action again tonight here at the PWA Arena. You made a very good showing for yourself, but once again, Bryan Blade took it upon himself to ruin the night and show his true colors, apparently. How are you dealing with this happening to you yet again?
Aaron, I'm ticked. I am furious right now. You want to know what? I give you a second chance, Bryan Blade. I give you a second chance. And you know what? You throw me around the ring like I mean nothing. Like I'm nothing. Bryan, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Brother, you ain't getting another opportunity. You're not.
Well, you can hear that there is definitely a more serious tone in the voice of this man, the Rocket Josh Benson, and Bryan Blade better grow some eyes in the back of his head. Fans, there's someone headed this way at the moment. We were all glad to see back in the PWA Arena the one and only Krypton. Now, you are back just in time for our big event coming up at the fairgrounds, but you had quite the display for all the fans here tonight. What's been going on with Krypton since we last saw you?
I am so excited to be here. It has been a long time coming for me to come back here to the PWA. I'm so glad to see you, Aaron. I'm so glad to see all the fans here in the PWA. It's so amazing. I can't wait for the fairgrounds. I can't wait for what's going to be happening here in the 2020. Oh my God, Aaron, it's so exciting. No lo puedo creer. Estoy tan emocionado de que pase esto. Y vamos a estar celebrando mucho, ¿verdad, Aaron? Así mismo, nos vemos. Sí, sí.
Well, Krypton is certainly fired up, just like our fans who got to see him make his return here tonight at the PWA Arena, and we know he'll be in action at the fairgrounds coming up in just a few short weeks. We'll try to get a translation of some of that for you later on, fans, but you heard it from the man himself. Krypton is back. Fans, it is now time for tonight's main event. It is a #1 contenders match for the PWA Heavyweight Championship. First out here to observe the match from ringside, he is the PWA champion, JT Hogg. Introducing first from Devil's River, Texas, the Outlaw, Tony James. And his opponent weighs 222 pounds. He is Lancaster, Ohio's own Kevin Cruit. Kevin Cruit at ringside, ready for this #1 contenders match, greeting the champion JT Hogg out here at ringside, just to make sure that nothing goes awry here, that Tony James doesn't try to use some of his newly acquired influence. Oh, Cruit gets whipped in, and James connects with the big foot, setting up. I thought he was setting up for that leg drop, but instead drops an elbow, makes his way over for the lateral press. Cruit able to kick out, but James tenacious, making Cruit exert a lot of energy there, and goes right back to the arm. Got the hammerlock firmly clamped on there. And Kevin Cruit needs to find the burst of adrenaline to try to get back into this match before it's too late. Great display of wrestling here. While Tony James has done his share of rule bending and breaking, a case in point there as he sends his opponent throat first across the middle rope. But there has been a fair amount of technical wrestling on display, just how we like it here in the PWA. What makes this opportunity so prestigious, the champion, being the champion of the PWA, makes you one of the finest wrestlers in Ohio or elsewhere in the Midwest, automatically. James claiming a slow count. Cruit swinging from his knees, connected with a shot to the midsection. And another one that now has James down, 12-6 elbow right to the top of the head there. Oh, but quick sweep of the legs. Oh, but James looking a little winded. These men have, as you have seen for yourselves, have been fighting each other with incredible intensity. Oh, look at the power. Big scoop and a slam. Makes a cover, but could not keep the shoulders down for the count of 3. Oh, look at this. Is he going to come up with the figure 4 here? Leans back, yes. Got it applied. And with James in the center of the ring, it could be all but over. Or would it not be poetic justice to make Tony James submit, say I quit, after all he has done since making his return to the PWA just a short time ago? You heard James. You heard him cry out in pain. Top wrist lock. Now again, just transitions. Again, all his weight down on the arm. James might have a fractured arm by this point. And Cruit is successfully taking his opponent apart piece by piece. James with enough wherewithal, though, to roll out of the way of that elbow drop. Both men struggle to get back to their feet. And JT Hogg has just been sitting there somewhat ominously observing things, almost waiting for him to play a part in this match. But let's hope it's decided cleanly in the middle of the ring. Oh, James cannot even stand on that leg. Just crumbles to the mat. Crowd is urging Cruit to finish off Tony James once and for all and become the #1 contender. Move on to face JT Hogg. The title defense he's set to make at our event at the fairgrounds. Oh! All the way up and over to the floor. With a resounding thud.
Two. Come on,
Out of the corner of his eye, Tony James saw Cruit flying in there and just barely escaped. Cruit trying to climb back into the ring before the count of 10. Referee up to 8. Tony James will take the win any way he can get it, but Cruit back in at literally the last second before being counted out. Oh! Leg gave way on Tony James.
Got him, Kevin. Let's go, real deal. Let's go.
Kevin Cruit's tenacity throughout this match is really starting to show the effects, having worked on Tony James' knee for quite a while. James increasingly desperate now. Oh, but James might be too concerned with proving a point to these fans. Oh, handful of tights there. He is on winning this match, but again, a handful of tights, all feet on the ropes. Referee doesn't see it. Says that was a 2 count. Cruit trying to shake off all the damage done to him. This is a battle of attrition here to become the #1 contender. At this point, it's anybody's match to win. JT Hogg up there on the apron, the referee. Oh, and they all collide. JT Hogg was trying to tell the referee about Tony James' attempt to win this match with his feet on the ropes. James counts his own pinfall there, but the referee is down. What's going to be the decision here? Fans, we managed to get these two gentlemen separated long enough.
Separated, and we're not talking 6 degrees of separation because he's not Kevin Bacon, but I did done whoop him.
Well, we got them separated long enough after the conclusion of the #1 contenders match where nothing was settled. It was ruled
all settled. I dropped the leg, I got the 3, and John Mr. Chips couldn't tell what end was up. You got the heavyweight champion interfering in my match. This thing over here, what was he doing? He got pinned, that's what he got. So make the big reveal. Pop the cork, is it pink or blue? Let's find out.
Well, the championship committee has made a decision that JT Hogg will defend the championship against the outlaw Tony James.
It's blue.
And the real deal Kevin Cruit in a 3-way
And
dance.
it turns pink. That's not a 3-way dance, that's a handicap match. So the competition committee, because they're a little sore, right? They're a little sore that I own 37%, decided we'll just do a handicap match and put Tony James in the middle of it. I'm okay with that. But this isn't going to be a family reunion. I'm not Grandpa Hogg. I'm not going to put you on my knee, and I'm not going to put a PB&J in your mouth, and I'm not going to massage your neck muscles. I'm going to whoop you. You understand? And then when you're all tore down and crying to mama, then I'm going after JT Hogg, what's left of him, because he's the most overrated. Mr. My Danger is my middle name. Well, JT Hogg, I'm going to give you a whole new middle name. You understand what I'm saying? And some of it's going to have leather. So why don't you just, what do you got to say, Real Deal? Absolutely nothing.
As a matter of fact.
I don't need a microphone because I done own the airwaves. Come November, Tony James, heavyweight champion of the world, Grandpa Hogg and baby bouncing boy Kevin Cruit are going to be in the back sucking on a nipple with warm milk. And that's all I got to say.
Well, fans, we are going to try this one more time. Kevin Cruit coming in here to join me. Want to give you an opportunity to respond after the senseless diatribe that outlaw Tony James just laid out for everybody. What are your thoughts about this upcoming triple threat match for the championship.
Aaron Hurt, as I was gonna say, I have a theory about this match. I originally believed it was gonna be me versus JT Hogg for the PWA Heavyweight Championship, and then Tony used that 37% to weasel his way into that match to make it a triple threat. Bottom line, I'm gonna go in there. JT Hogg, Tony James, you guys are looking at the new PWA Heavyweight Champion, and that's all I gotta say about that.
Well, Kevin, thank you for joining us here. I know that you've got a lot to prepare for, but we're going to see if this man comes out with the heavyweight championship on the 21st of November here at the PWA Arena. Well, JT Hogg, you were right at ringside to see our #1 contenders match degenerate into complete chaos, but the championship committee has weighed in with a decision on the 21st of November here at the PWA Arena. You will face both the Outlaw Tony James and Kevin Cruit in a three-way match for the championship. What are your thoughts on having to face two opponents for that championship?
I say bring it on. I'm going to tell you, I've been waiting a long time to get my hands on that dirty Tony James. He thinks he's funny. He's a clever fella. He makes me laugh sometimes. But so do clowns. You know what I like to do to clowns? Punch them in the face. Now, Kevin Cruit, that's a little bit of a different story. I look forward to it. I look forward to being in a match with him. I've known him for a long time, since he was just a little wee fella. And I showed him a lot. Showed him a lot of what he knows today. But I didn't show him everything I know. So I look forward to the competition from Kevin. And I look forward to beating Tony James. Beating that smile right off his big mouth. You can throw anybody at me in that ring, and I will walk out the PWA Heavyweight Champion.
Well, I can definitely say that no matter the time or the place, the fans will not wait to see you cross paths with Tony James.
That's right. Boo!